Ahoy hoy! Welcome everybody to the FBC Centre here in Finchampstead outside of Wokingham. We have the Premier League match between the Thames Valley Kings and the London Titans coming up for you in a few minutes. In about 5 minutes to be exact. Just to let you guys know, I've learned from my mistakes. I've got the team list down. You're not going to have too many complaints, hopefully. We've also got this lovely new scoring system, new timing system. It is done by myself on the streaming table. We have tried it out for the Division 3 and Division 2 game. Has become a little bit out of sync because of the matter of it's going on. It's really there just so you guys can have a feel of how much time is remaining in the quarter. We do update it as soon as the ball goes out of play. So if you do see the timer jump, that's because it's me screwing up and having to reset the timer. Other than that, all I can have to say is welcome. I hope you enjoy the game coming up. Promises it to be a very tough battle for the Thames Valley Kings, as the Titans team, they've got some great players made up of past and current Paralympians. So this one's going to be a hard yet probably an epic challenge for you moving forward. So, what's the scores on the doors? Well, if we look at the Premier League table before this weekend's matches, Thames Valley Kings 2 wins from 2 alongside the CWBA. Monarchs 1 win with 2 defeats, also joining them on 4 points. Titans are in 4th currently, played 2, won 1, lost 1. And we've also got the first matches for this weekend for the Glasgow Rolling Rocks. Congratulations guys on making it to the Premier League. It's great to have a team representing Scotland here with you. So as we talk about fixtures, all 8 teams are in action this weekend. We have got Kings versus Titans happening right now today, but tomorrow Otters, Steelers, 12 p.m. Also CWBA and the Rolling Rocks get their campaign underway at 12:02. And also Mohawks versus Owls at 2 p.m. So this is going to be a fantastic weekend of wheelchair basketball action. If you're interested in what games the Thames Valley Kings have next, we've got the away fixture against the Owls on November the 20th. And on December the 4th, we welcome the Exeter Otters in the return match for that game on December the 4th. And without further ado, we're going to get this one started in just a few minutes. In fact, we will get this one started as soon as the live stream little screen goes away. We're a few minutes in and I've already messed up, so here we go. Teams are going back to their benches. And just to let you know, we've also going to have the live stats available on the screen as well as the game starts and carries on. So hopefully, a bit of luck, we're going to give you an experience you're never going to forget with some top quality wheelchair basketball action here at the FBC Centre. So just to let you know, the members of the table today: Peter Rapley, Denise Dramus, Vicky Thomas, and with stats by Jacqueline Scoins-Cass, with Joseph Humphreys doing a dual role of COVID officer and statistician spotter. So we've got about a minute to go here before this game gets started. Just to let you know, the starting lineup of the Titans, it's going to be Matt Seeley, of course, it's the coach player. Obviously he has played in Italy. He's also a London 2012 Paralympian, represented Great Britain at under 22 level in 2 European Championships. We got Manny Fiston, we got Ty Saunders, Beth Wheeler, Jack Berry. And for the Thames Valley Kings, we have Tom Tobin, Adele Atkins, Liam Barker, Reese Barker, and Charlie McIntyre as the starting 5. We're going to get started in about 20 seconds here. We hope you enjoy this one as much as we are bringing it to you. Hold on to your seats. This one is going to be an action-packed wild ride. Friendly reminder, the clock you see on the screen here in the live stream is being controlled by myself and is synced periodically to the one on the table, which to give you an indication of how much time is left in the game as we get this one started. I want to also thank my colleague, the cameraman next to me, Ren. He's put in a stellar match, 2 stellar matches already, when the Kings faced the Monarchs this morning at 11:30, and also against London Titans' 3rd team. So we were already 4 hours into this live streaming action. Let's get this underway. I do want to thank one person. I want to thank Dylan Cummings for messaging me last night, making sure I had all the information I required. We're underway here. Titans win the tip-off, and it's going to be a fiery action here. First shot made by Money, but it's picked up by Reese Barker. And this one is going to be an intense fire moving forward. We hope we can keep up with this. We hope our internet connection also stands up to the test. Tom Tobin with the ball, over the Barker. Hits the rim, comes down, it's picked up by number 11, Matt Seeley. Brings it across the halfway line. Over to Saunders. Saunders with the ball now. Rebound collected by number 27, McIntyre. There's an issue here. McIntyre with the ball now. Ball goes in. It's trying to be picked up by Tobin, but it's picked out by Seeley. And it's Jack Perry with the ball for Titans. Ball goes in, ball goes up. The loose ball is picked up. Liam Barker throwing the ball over to Reese Barker. Massily will be. Ball goes in, ball goes up. I believe we do have some internet connection issues here right now. I will look at sorting that out as Tom Tobin has the ball, goes to Reese Barker. Reese Barker's trying to get the shot off, does. An action-packed game this one as Kings Todd Sanders grabs the ball across. I apologise if we did have some internet connection issues there. It seems to be back now. Do apologise. What a time for it to go off. Titans 4, Kings 2, as Saunders has the ball. Ball goes up, goes back down to a rebound by Reese Barker. I don't know how much of the frames dropped. I do apologise if you're having issues with the stream, but the stream is now back. Tobin with the ball. Shot goes up, hits the rim. It's picked up by Wheeler. Wheeler now with the ball, moving forward. Going to Saunders. They're trying to keep it in the half, but it goes to Seeley. Seeley with the ball. Matt Seeley over to Saunders. Over to Hammond. Jack Perry is going to inbound the ball. There's 4.7 left on the shot clock. Goes to Saunders. Saunders is looking for the shot. Hits the rebound down. Goes back to Saunders. Foul called. 2 shots to Titans. I apologise, I haven't even had a chance to even start the timer. I will update that for you now. Hits the rim, comes down with the first one. Rebound off the second one is picked up by Jack Perry. Jack Perry now with the ball for Titans. Ball goes up, ball goes in. That's another 2 from... As Liam Barker brings the balls up for Kings. It's an offensive foul called against the Kings here. Goes into Jack Perry of Titans. Perry now, shot goes up, shot goes in. Titans striking their lead right now. About 6 minutes left of the first quarter. This is an explosive game, this one. Kings 2, Titans 8. Liam Barker bringing the ball up. Now for Kings. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. He's looking for options. Ball goes into Tobin. Tobin grabs the ball back, goes back to Reece Barker. Jack Perry grabs the ball back. It's a turnover here. Yes, Saunders with the shot. Ball goes up to back down to Jack Perry. And Perry's looking for it. He gets the foul. It's 2. And it's going to be a... It's going to be... Rebound picked up by McIntyre. We're going to... So about 5 minutes 12 left on the clock. McIntyre with the ball. This is going to be a tough game for the Thames Valley Kings as Tobin now has it. Tobin. And it's... Ball gets picked up by Jack Perry. Perry now still with the ball. Ball goes across, it's blocked off by Reece Barker. It's a Kings timeout now. I do apologise if we did have a few issues with the broadband connection here. I believe they've been resolved now. I'm getting the green light from the streaming app. That's always a good sign. But it is a Kings timeout. 4:45 left in this first quarter. Kings trail 2 points to 10. So what we should be doing is having the division, the Prem team first, so I can actually get some energy going and then do the other games. Okay, ball out from Perry to Seeley. Seeley, ball goes up, comes down, goes to Wheeler. Wheeler, shot up, ball goes in. Going on here with Tobin over to Barker of the Reese variety. Ball goes up, shot goes in, but it's short. Gonna try and keep up with this as Seeley brings the ball up for Titans. Over to Saunders, over to Wheeler. Shot goes up, hits the rim, comes down, goes to Tom Tobin. Tobin bringing the ball up here. Great high defensive line here from Titans as Saunders picks the rebound off from Tom Tobin's attempt. Seeley with the ball. Goes over to Jack Perry. Jack Perry hits the underside of the rim but gets his own rebound. Hits his rebound again, goes to Reese Barker, who gets it out to Charlie McIntyre. McIntyre brings the ball up the field, up the court rather. I think I'm commentating football here as it's picked out by Manny Fisson. It's also now back to Saunders. Saunders bringing the ball up to the plate. He's got it. He goes for the chance and he gets the 2 points. He gets the chance to go to 2. So this is why using numbers is much easier, because I can say the numbers much quicker than I can the names of the players, especially at this level. Manny hits the rim with his first free throw. I want to connect with this. Nothing but then is second. And King brings the ball out. Here we go in this first quarter. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am commentating as Liam Barker brings the ball up. 11-point game here. Titans lead. Kings, this is really going to be their wake-up call in this Premier League or Premier Division. They're going to have to fight. It's considered offensive. Jack Perry and Matt Seeley laughing to each other as they get the balls back. Goes to Saunders. Saunders over to Perry. Perry's pretty much been the man of the match so far. Saunders is close behind him. He gets the shot up, but it gets rebounded back by Mr. McIntyre. Charlie himself. Ball goes over to Tobin. Tom Tobin now. We need some magic from the Kings, and as it goes over to Liam Barker, back to Tom Tobin. Tobin over to Reese Barker. Reese Barker's going to try his luck. It's very short. Okay, ball comes in, 2:15 left on the clock. Over to Saunders. Saunders over to Seeley. Perry. Over to Manny Fiston, and the foul is called against him. Here we go, 27. McIntyre gets up to Mr. Liam Barker. McIntyre. Tobin. And over. They can't do anything with it, and Kings are going to be punished with that. 1:40 and change as we go into this second half of this first quarter. Perry gets the ball up, hits the rim, comes down, goes back to Perry, thanks to Barker. Barker's shaking his head, but Perry is on fire right now. And Barker. Barker with a long one, hits the rim, comes down. The rebound is collected by McIntyre, but the ball is loose. Tobin will pick it up, but it's gone. It's called for a backcourt. 45 seconds remaining in this quarter. Kings trail by 13. Wheeler back to Perry. Perry's pointing out Sanders, who goes down the middle, goes to Wheeler, but Wheeler can't do anything with it. There's a problem. Ball gets brought up by Kings. Seconds left in this quarter. Barker doesn't get the shot off, unfortunately. Perry gets the rebound. Goes over to Manny Fiston. Then it's Jack Perry again. Phenomenal player. Goes to number 11, Matt Seeley. Seeley takes the shot, hits the rebound, goes back to Perry. Perry gets it. Perry gets the rebound. And they extend their lead now to 17. There's only seconds left in this quarter. The buzzer's going to go, and it does. We'll just wait for the time to clock out here. We go over the second quarter. Kings having a bit of action there. I just hope I got enough time to be able to update the stats in the app. Kings with a lot of work to do. The shooting hasn't been fantastic so far, and you'll see that in the stats as soon as I get them written up. Whilst we wait for the second quarter to start, we just want to say some thank yous for their continuing support for Kennet Radio 106.7, Hungerford, Newbury, Thatcham area. Also to the Wokingham paper and the Newbury Weekly News. It's always great to have the local press on our side, giving us a lot of valuable exposure. Also, thank you to Gaz Kaz, Berkshire Community Foundation, Doves Farm, and the Co-op Local Community Fund. As we go back for this second quarter, Thames Valley Kings against the Titans. We apologise in our first quarter if you did have some connection issues. They seem to have been resolved. I think it's just the name of the game, unfortunately. We just had a blip in the internet connection here. I saw the stream details go down to red, and that happened. As young Mr. Sanders is going to be inbounding the ball in this second period. Ball goes in.
Thank you.
Tom Tobin with the ball, goes over to Reece Barker. Is he able to do anything with it? No, hits the rebound, comes down, fights for his rebound but doesn't get it, as Manny Fiston does. And Jack Perry grabs the ball again. And Jack Perry obviously played for the Great Britain under-23 team alongside guys like Tom Tobin. They know each other very well. And Perry is looking for the ball, looking for an outlet, doesn't get it but takes the shot. The shot misses, goes to McIntyre. McIntyre with the ball. Kings still 15-point deficit, 2 points on the board. McIntyre is probably going to try and look for an outlet here and does with Tobin. Tobin's going to do the same, but he takes the shot, hits the rebound, goes down, goes back to that Mr. Jack Perry. So far, my man of the match for this. As Jack Perry moves the ball up the field, he's charging through them. And Kings have got that defensive layup going on. He's going to look for an outlet here, I think. And does. And gets it to Fiston, who gets in the two-pointer. Saunders now with the ball for Kings. Over to Liam Barker, who's going to look for an outlet somewhere. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. He gets the shot. It's a beautiful shot. This game continues the way it does as Adi Adepitan joins it, the number 10 for Titans, and June Wheeler, number 4. Sorry if I missed it during that quarter layup. I was trying to get the stats on the screen for you, show you the difference, but didn't get time. And it looks like it's going to be Tobin to McIntyre. McIntyre now. Over to Saunders. Saunders to Barker. 4 seconds left. King really running down the shot clock. Tobin needs to get the shot off and does. Hits the edge. And it's that man again, Jack Perry, with the ball over to Adi Adepitan. And unfortunately, he draws the foul and will get 2 shots on the line. If you're just joining us, where have you been? Kings 4, Titans 19, and this Titans team is full of some cracking Paralympian and ex-Paralympians, as well as a load of under-23s. Adi Adepitan misses his first. A man that needs no introduction. Adi Adepitan misses his second. It's retrieved by Reece Barker. As we're going along here, Liam Barker's bringing the ball up for Kings. Over to Tom Tobin. Decided 5 seconds, they're going to have to take a shot again. It's going to have to go to Barker. He gets it off before the buzzer, but it doesn't go, it's short. As Adi Adepitan grabs the ball, it goes to Perry again, who gets it over to Wheeler. Wheeler gets the 2. 17-point lead here now for Titans. And Saunders brings the ball up for... Ball goes up for Saunders, hits the backboard but comes down, and it's that man Perry again. He's putting in a session today, storming them up here, and that was June Hammer with the rebound, coming back down to Kings, and it's going to be Saunders. Kings bringing it up to Tobin. Oh, foul has been called. It's a holding foul called on a Titans player. The ball goes back to Manny as Adi Adeptan brings it up. Goes over to Hammer. She gets the shot up, hits the rim, comes down to Tom Tobin. Tobin now brings the balls up for Kings. Five seconds left. Barker's going to have to do something with it. Does, hits the rim, comes down, goes to that man Perry again. Fast-paced action here in the Premier League. You wouldn't want it any other way as Hammer and Perry swap passes. Perry goes out to the side. He loves those screenshots and he gets another one. Kings are in a fight for their lives here. It's 19-point deficit. McIntyre brings it up for Kings. Over the pass is just too high for Liam Barker and he's punching himself. You would have thought he would have had the ball there. There's a timeout called by Kings and I apologise, I didn't actually do the timer. Again, just so you guys are aware, 5:08 in the second quarter. It's a second timeout called by the Kings here. Okay, very quickly, we'll just do the next fixtures for the Thames Valley Kings. Hours away, 20th of November. Also, December 4th, triple header time, extra odders in the return match. And if you didn't see it the last time round, it was a 2-point game, and we hope it's going to be a classic when these two meet again. Very soon, December 4th, put it in your diary, and we'll be back streaming those games as they come in. So we just had a Kings timeout. Second one for Kings. Ball goes in. And we get that turn. Over to number 54, Alex Milton. He's had his first opportunity in the game. Over to Mr. Perry. Thank you very much, Perry. He's having an outstanding game today. Kings will fight on though. It's in this nature for this team. They've come up from Division 3 all the way to Prem. They're going to enjoy this experience no matter the results. As Tobin has the ball. Tobin. It's a long two there, I believe. The ball comes down, Perry gets the rebound. Hammer blocks off Sanders as he comes down. Saunders rather. Perry's got an opening there. Ball goes up. Hits the two. You can see Grant Barker getting very active there on the Kings side. Kings are going to want to bring this up. Probably going to be one of the toughest games of the season, this one, for the Kings, as Barker gets another two. Just under 4 minutes left. Adi Adeptan with the ball now for Titans, over to Perry. And Perry has a clinic, he's my man of the match so far. But a lot of them have had an opportunity. Goes over to Manny Fisson. Gets the ball up, gets the two. Titans extend their lead. Tom Tobin with the ball. Tom Tobin now with the ball. Shots up. Hits the rim. Comes down. Long pass here. Gets to Adi Adeptan. What's he going to do with it? Now, there's an intentional drop. And perhaps Adi Adeptan should keep the acting to the acting table. That was a flop call there. That was a flop there, Francis. Francis, that was a flop? What was the foul? Oh, okay. You have to be in chair. Okay, thank you. Okay, it wasn't a flop. I got verification of what the foul was there. And it looks like it's going to be a Titans timeout. And we'll just pop that up on the screen for you. It's 3:08, score 6:29. Hope I'm doing a good enough job commentating this. This is a tough game to commentate. I want to thank the 41 people currently watching the stream. Hope you're enjoying this as much as we are. As Titans will be coming out of their timeout shortly. And it will be a King's ball on the end. Clock will start in just a few seconds as soon as Mr. Barker here decides to pick the ball up, and he does. Ball goes up, hits the rim, comes out, goes out of play. 3:02, and it's going to be Adi Adepitan bringing the ball in to man of the match so far. Jack Perry, phenomenal player. He's going to go far in this sport. Right in front of me, there's just been Joel Sanders has gone down on the floor just in front of the table here as Ali Adepitan is looking to take the shot. He does, and it goes in. Kings extend their lead. You couldn't see that, the camera was focused on the ball. Man being marked out there as McIntyre brings the ball up. Tomin mows in, and it's Sanders now. He's going to try his luck. Not the best shot in the world, but he'll rebound from that surely. Adepitan to Perry, back to Adepitan. As Adepitan gets it over to Perry. Perry tries to do a pass across to Fisson, but doesn't quite get it. Just gonna let the game clock catch up a minute. 1:59 left on the game clock. Strap issues for Mr. Barker. And it looks like we're gonna have to get a sub involved. The referee timeout here. No timeout. It's not a timeout. They're putting Corey Bloomfield in. Very first Premier League appearance for that young man. 1:56 on the clock. What I'll do is I'll restart the clock in a second with the updated visuals. Here we go. Charlie McIntyre with the ball, number 27 for Kings. Ball goes in to Reece Barker. The referee's blocking my view. That's not a problem as Barker gets the ball up. And it goes to number 54, Alex Milton, over to Adepitan, and then over to Fisson. Fisson up, over to Perry. Perry is in. And Kings take an extra, and Titans get the extra two, sorry. As Barker brings the ball up. Here. There is a foul called there. Just going to reset the clock here as Reece Barker gets free throws. Liam Barker looks like he's going to be coming back in, but he's got to deal with Perry and Hammer. Hammer gets it. Saunders who will be bringing it up. There's Reece Barker over to Tobin. Tobin gets it. 2 from Tobin. Kings are finally in double figures. And we've got about a minute left. There's actually 56 seconds according to the game clock. Goes to Adela Pitan. Another 2 for Titans. Seconds or so left. The game clock is about 5 seconds out. Oh, hand goes up. Barker is back on the Liam variety. Liam Barker now. As Reece is trying to get the ball in. That's a push from Manny Fisson. That'll be an inline ball for Kings. 26 and change. Ball goes up, hits the rim, comes off Hammer. That will be a Kings ball again. About 20 seconds left in the half. Ball goes in to McIntyre. Ball goes up to Barker. Barker with a shot. Rolls round but doesn't dot. Goes to Hammer. She throws it back to McIntyre. There's seconds left. Tom Tobin now with the ball. He gets the foul and he gets the basket. He'll be coming up for one. And there's 3 seconds left. Ball goes up for Tobin. Seconds are already going to climb out here as Perry has the ball. And that's the half goal, boys and girls. Welcome to the Premier League. Kings 13, Titans 37. I'll get the stats up for you very shortly, girls and boys. But first of all, we're just going to put some promotional activity out for you. We'll catch you back in a bit.
Something is happening in the UK at the moment. More and more people are getting obese, and that number is only going one way. The number of people with various mental disorders is on the rise. I'm seeing more and more people walk through my door, not looking forward to the next day in their lives. I want to buck the trend, and I truly believe that therapy size could be the missing piece in your jigsaw of life. When you want to sort out your body, you go and see a PT or a fitness professional. When you want to sort out your head, you might go and see a therapist or a psychologist. Well, I'm telling you now, you can do both at the same time and under one roof. And that roof is therapy size. There is no one size fits all when it comes to the most important project you're ever going to work on. That project is you. It deserves your full attention. Affirmations, meditation, mindfulness, cognitive priming, flexibility, strength training, boxing, conditioning. I'm pretty sure I have the right tools that are perfect for you. I've had clients lose the amount of weight that's in this dumbbell. But the key is finding out what you actually want and then together devising a plan of action. All coaching is done here at the Hub or online at home. It really is up to you. You decide.
Okay guys, we'll get you back in a second. It's half time. What we're going to do is literally, I'm just finishing getting the stats up and running. Just bear with me. In the meantime, let's have a little chat about the next games available for the Premier League teams. It's Owls against Kings.
Something
on
is
November
happening in the UK at the moment.
December the 4th, it's
More and more
Kings
people
versus
are getting
Otters.
obese. That number.
We'll be back shortly with the stats.
The number of people
We'll
with various
speak to you
mental
in just a
disorders is on the rise.
Okay guys, just to welcome you back here, I've got the live stats here for you. Kings to the left, Titans to the right, and you can see it in the live stats. Kings just haven't been getting their field goals in. 25%, 6 from 24 against the Titans, 18 from 34 with 52%. Mr. Perry, as I said, man of the match so far, 18 points. Fisson on 6, Wheeler on 6, Barker, the only one of the Kings, with 7, Tobin with 4, Barker with 2. From free throws, though, both teams struggling a little bit with their free throws. In fact, I think I already messed up the stats there. The percentage on the stats for the free throws, I do apologise. Looks like my little application didn't work. Free throw percentages, Kings 1 from 2, 50%. Titans 14%. Let's get the stats correct. But that's the story so far. We'll be back for the second half in just a while. So please just bear with me. Okay, 3 minutes to go. 3 minute buzzer for the start of the second hand is going to be underway. Kings with a lot of work to do if they're going to come back in this one. But this is a very strong Titans side. A lot of experience, a lot of fantastic players. I'm never going to take anything away from them, the way they performed so far today. And if we have a quick look again at the stats, they tell the picture of this game. Kings only 25% on their field goals. Titans 52. The only thing positive about the Kings is they've been their free throws, not that they had a lot of them. Jack Perry of the Titans leading the point scoring with 18. Reece Barker for the Kings doing the same. So we go back in a couple of minutes to see the second half of this game between the Thames Valley Kings and the Titans. Teams are at their bench now. We'll get this going. We'll also give you the live stats after the game as well, so you can get an indication of how well both teams did. We have inflatable flamingos around here today. If you've noticed them, there is a couple on the table there. There's a long-standing joke between the creative teams of the Kings and the Titans about flamingos. It all started many years ago with, a couple of seasons ago in fact, with a 80s style promotion for a match between the two teams, and flamingos just came up and it's stuck ever since. So this game is known as the Battle of the Flamingos, and we can have as much fun with the other clubs as we do with the Titans regarding that. But at the moment it looks like it's going to be Titans Day. They lead 37-13. And I will apologise again if any of you had experienced some lost drop frames or buffering during the first quarter. We had a little bit of an issue with the internet connection, but it has come back and it has been stable since. I can see the number of drop frames is lowering, so it looks like the internet connection is back. Titans are back on the field. It's going to be Adi Adepitan bringing the ball in at the start of the third quarter here. And we're going to get this one started. Third quarter, Adi Adepitan across to Matsuli. Over to Perry. Perry again, he's found a gap. Is he going to use it? He's been on fire in this first half, and he's on fire again in the start of the second. So Liam Barker will bring the ball out. He needs some help. He needs some help. And it's Tobin who comes back for that help. Cross to Reece Barker. Over to his brother Liam. Liam now. Over to Reece, to Tom Tobin. Across to Liam Barker. Back to Tobin. Iller's tried to get a hand up, but it can't reach. The buzzer goes, hits the rim, comes down to his brother. He'll dread the rebound, but it doesn't. It goes down to Saunders, who goes to Reece. Liam Barker, who gets the two. I'm going back to using players' numbers at this rate. I can't keep up, as it is number 3, Saunders, bring the ball up. He had a great first quarter, and he's looking for an outlet, can't find it. He's getting a little frustrated, but a little bit of swish and swash gets him around the player, gets it out to Adi Adepitan, who loses the ball to Liam Barker. He apologises, but it's McIntyre who gets the ball off Barker, and Barker does the tip and roll. And it's a great start here from Kings. Over to Adi Adepitan, over to Perry. Perry's looking. Perry is undecisive of where he wants to go. And it's Perry now, still with the ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Goes over to Adepitan, who gets the ball up. Another 2 from him. And this game is just like the first. These two teams are fighting for it. It's a very strong Titans team as well, as Liam Barker brings the ball up. He's looking for an outlet. Goes to his brother Reese. And that tall hand of Perry stops him off. There's a whistle gone. It's a push. And what's going to happen is we're going to go back to Titans ball. Dapatan over to Perry. Saunders is out of this one. Seeley doing a proper job. Perry now for Titans. Over to Saunders. That young man gets another 2. You could say this is King's baptism of fire. They wanted to play at this high level. They're getting a real workout experience here. But they'll keep fighting because I know these lads very well. As Hoban receives the ball from Barker. Barker's going to try for a 3. Charlie Brown from out of town, but nobody's there. And Dapatan rolls his chair into Saunders. Hope he's all right. Dapatan is out of his chair. He might need some assistance here. Seeley's going over to help. And the possession arrow is pointing down the court, so it will be a Titans ball. I hope you're enjoying this one as much as we are bringing it to you. We're trying to get the best streaming going in the entire league. We hope we're doing a good experience today for everybody. Apart from that minor blip when the internet connection went out. But hey, when you've been doing it as long as I have, this is our 3rd game today streaming. We had Windsor Monarchs against the Kings' 3rd team, Titans' 3rd team against the Kings' 2nd team, and now Kings versus Titans. As we try and bring you the best wheelchair basketball action in Berkshire. And Eddie Dapatan is taking his sweet time putting his straps on. Maybe he's being paid by the hour, who knows? Perhaps he wants an appearance fee, who knows from this? Ball goes in. It's gonna be Barker with the ball. Bats out. Goes to Perry again. That man is dangerous. And it's Perry again. Scooting around. That King's defence. It's Seeley now. Not Seeley. Ball goes up. Bounces down. Goes to Reese Barker. Pinpoint accuracy pass over to McIntyre. He's usually the one that's smiling a lot. And you can see he's enjoying his game now as Liam Barker misses the shot. Goes down to Saunders. The Titan Saunders, not the King Saunders. And the ball goes over to Perry. He gets it over the King Saunders' arm. Over to Seeley. Shot goes up, goes in. And the Titans extend their lead. And the baptism of fire continues as Reese Barker brings the ball up for court. Over to Liam Barker now. He's looking for an outlet. Ball goes across to Tom Tobin. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. It's going to be a long 2 from Barker. He's got it up, but it's short. Game continues here. And it's Titan Saunders bring the ball up. Long shot for him. It's a 3. It's a long ball over from Liam Barker to McIntyre. McIntyre can't do anything with it, unfortunately. But McIntyre putting on the one-man hustle as Saunders gets the ball. As he tries to get the pass in to Seeley, but it's blocked off by Liam Barker. Now, he brings the ball up, goes to Tom Tobin. A little bit of a hassle there between Reece Barker and Saunders on the Titans side. Tobin's looking for options. Gets in for Reece Barker. Barker's looking for one as well. Goes to his brother Liam. Goes back to Tobin. And they're going to have to start a shot. Ball goes up, hits the rim, comes down, goes to Seeley. Gets it out to Saunders. Ball is loose. Picked up by Tom Tobin. Tom Tobin now over to King Saunders, who doesn't quite get the lift on the shot. Goes back to Surley, goes to Wheeler. Wheeler now over to Perry. Perry with the ball now. We've got about 4 and change left in this quarter. Perry's discovering his options. There's only 5 or 6 seconds left on the shot clock as Saunders will take the shot. It's a long two and he gets it. And that brings up the Titans 50. Kings continuing to fight here. They'll come back to shoot another day, this team. They want to stay in Prem and they're going to put as much effort as they can to stay at the elite level here. And this will be a learning exercise for them no matter how big the defeat may be. Liam Barker, 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Ball goes across, gets picked out by Jack Perry. Perry across to the Saunders that belongs to the Titans, over to Matt Seeley. Matt Seeley, another 2 from him. 3 minutes and change as we have Tom Tobin with the ball. Bringing it in for Kings. Tobin, shot goes up, hits the rim, comes back. Saunders lets it go out. Going to stop the ball here. It's a timeout going to the Kings. Woo! Tell you what, cracking game this is, and I'm glad I'm enjoying it as much as hopefully you are watching it. When you play players at this elite level, you really, really want them to have explosive games like this. Third quarter, 3 minutes 19 on the official clock. Kings 17, Titans 52. Hope everybody is enjoying the game so far. End of the Kings timeout here. Quick reminder of the Kings fixtures moving forward. Fusion, Owls, Otters, Storm and Harriers coming soon. Paddy Deptown brings it into Saunders. Some exceptional players here in this Titans team. They're hungry. I picked them as my team that might win the Premier League title at the end of the season. Saunders gets the ball up, it goes down to Reece Barker, and Liam Barker to my left has just gone down. He's frustrated. There's now 4 against 5 for Kings. Liam comes back in, McIntyre's found the space, he gets the shot off. It's a great 2 points from that young man. Man is down for the Kings. We'll just reset the clocks whilst we're here. And it's going to be Adi Adeptan bringing the ball in again. For the Kings is Seeley. Adeptan, Seeley again. Seeley, exceptional player. Saunders down the middle, and it's Saunders still, but he gets picked out by Liam Barker. Maybe some payback for knocking him out of his chair a few minutes ago. Perry and Barker are having a war out there. In fact, they all are. McIntyre. He's going to get a shot off. An exceptional game here, and we hope you're loving it as much as we are bringing it to you. Eddie Adepitan with the ball. Perry now, he's going to bring it up. Saunders over to Wheeler. Wheeler gets the shot up. Ball bounces down, goes off, and it's going to be a Kings goal. Timeout called for Titans. 1:53 left. Timeout Titans. And up and coming fixtures here for the Premier League team. Owls away November 20th and Otters at home on December the 4th, in fact. Can you believe it's almost Christmas? I can't personally. Also, thank you for the guys on screen now, as you can see. Thank you for all your support, guys. Hope you're there watching and enjoying the match with us. So we go back after the Titans timeout. As the ball rolls in, we'll start the clock. If you ever wondered why they do that, because the clock doesn't stop until the receiving player gets the ball. Doesn't matter if they pick it up, doesn't matter if they get past. And the ball goes over the top and gets to Adi Adepitan. He picks up the turnover. Saunders from the Titans. He's had a cracking game. And it's an offensive foul there from Tobin. And we're just going to reset the timer. 1:33. Kings are losing their heads a little. Eddie Adepitan brings the ball in. It's Wheeler. She's got her eye on that basket. Ball goes up, hits the rim, comes down. Eddie Adepitan, can he keep it in? He doesn't quite. It slips through Perry's hands as well, and goes to McIntyre, who gets the ball out to Liam Barker. And Barker now. Ball goes up. And there's a foul called. 30 to block, and I believe it will be Liam Barker going for free throws in this third quarter. Barker hits the rim. Ball gets picked up by Saunders. The game continues. And Saunders is charging up there. There's a foul picked up by the Kings there. Holding. It's going to be a Titans ball. Eddie Adepitan. Over to Seeley. Adepitan. Saunders. Across. And it's Seeley with the ball, but the foul is called. It's on Kings. It's going to be Seeley for two here. Ball goes up. Hits the rim, comes down. We'll have another go. Ball goes up, hits the rim, comes down. It's Barker with the ball. And it goes over to Tobin. Under some pressure, hands the ball over to Reese Barker. Miscommunication over with his brother, but he picks it up nicely. Tobin, hand goes up, and it goes back to Jack Perry. This Kings side is up against a phenomenal Titans side. Especially this young man, Jack Perry. Straight around the Kings, goes to Saunders, up, hits the ball up, off play, it's going to be a white ball. And there's 19 seconds, but I won't bother to reset the clock, I'll just wait until it happens. This is the end of the third. Ball goes up. Tom Tobin. Cracking shot from that young man. And we're just going to wait until the end. No shots. His timing buzzer runs out in the third. And at the end of the third quarter, it is Titans 52, Kings 23. Some huge thank yous are needed for Gaz Kaz, who do all the promotional wear, the Thames Valley Kings wear. The guy that runs it has been a huge King supporter for many number of years, and we thank him for basically anything we want we can get customized. It's fantastic. Thank him for that. Dove's Farm, thank you very much for your kind donation that has enabled us to offer live stats with a new laptop that we're offering. If you need the live stats URL, go to the BWB Twitter page. You'll find the URL there. Thank you to the Berkshire Community Foundation and a local community fund from the co-op. We really thank you for the amount of support you give us as you move forward. We also want to thank the guys I consider our media partners. Killer Radio 106.7, Hungerford, Newbury, Thatcham. Those guys have supported us for a number of years. The Wokingham paper, always putting us in the paper, always great getting local press news out there. It's great for our exposure, as well as if you're in the Newbury, Thatcham area, Newbury Weekly News, as we start off this fourth quarter. Oh, crumbs. And it's Seeley getting the ball into Saunders, and it's over to that man Perry. He's been my man of the match today. He's put in a performance and a half. Ball goes up, flies over. It's going to be a Kings ball. Friendly reminder though that the clock you see on the screen isn't necessarily the game clock. We're just putting it there for the benefit of the fans. Long pass by McIntyre. Ball hits the rim, comes down, gets picked up by Saunders. Perry, Seeley, a couple of options available for him if he doesn't want to go for the basket. Gets it to Perry. Perry floats around, hits the rim, comes down, ball bounces down, goes back to Seeley. Seeley back to Hammer. Hammer, we'll talk about her shortly, but the ball hits Saunders, comes down to Barker of the Reese variety, then the Liam variety, but the pass off to Adele Atkin is short and goes back to Saunders. Number 40, Perry, he's had a cracking game, goes to Seeley. Seeley tries to get it up, ball goes out. It's going to be, I thought that was obviously a Kings ball, it came off Titans player, but no, it goes to Titans. So Saunders now with the ball, goes across to Wheeler, she misses, she gets a rebound collected by Saunders. Hammer back to Seeley. They're going to have to take the shot, it goes up, hits the rim, comes down to McIntyre. it's Barker of the Reese variety with the ball for the Kings. Over to McIntyre. He'll take the shot up. It goes in. Cracking shot. And it's Perry. Cross. Saunders. Seeley. Perry. Saunders. Seeley even. Ball goes up, goes in. That's another 2 to the list. Now the game clock is saying 7:45, so we're about 15 seconds ahead on the on-screen time. That's there really for your benefits if you're watching the stream. We correct it occasionally as McIntyre gets the shot up, but it's picked back up by Haler on the rebound. It's then going across to number 3, Saunders. He's had a cracking game today. Hammers in there. You'll see here in the Premier League, no doubt. Ball goes off, hits the rim, comes down to Reese Barker, but he's unable to pick it up as it goes to back around to the Titans. And Beth Wheeler, she goes for 2. And she'll go for the line for 2 shots. Was there any doubt she wouldn't get that? Interesting fact, I did my level 1 coaching course with her many years ago now. Cracking player is our little Beth Wheeler. As McIntyre now brings the ball up for Kings. And it's Atkin. Oh, unlucky. And there is a whistle. It's going to be a black ball. Just going to update the game clock. 6:56 left. Saunders brings the ball up again. Mr. Perry. Reese Barker now, number 17 for Kings. Going through traffic, passes it over to Tobin. Tobin gets the shot up, doesn't go in, gets picked up by Seeley. Gets picked back up now by Jack Perry. Cracking young player. Saunders of the Titans variety. And Atkin is down to my right. She's having a snooze. Seeley will get the shot up, hits the rim, comes down. Hammer will try and get the shot up, but doesn't. And the ref is blown as Atkin finally gets the chance to be picked up. 6:03 left on the clock here, guys. I hope you're enjoying this one as much as we are bringing it to you. And it's going to be Liam Barker of the Thames Valley Kings getting the ball out to Mr. Tom Tobin. Back to Liam Barker. And the ball goes over to Reese Barker. He's in traffic, he's rolling back, but he gets the 2. And this fighting spirit from this Kings team continues. Seeley brings the ball up. They're trying to take out McIntyre, but McIntyre's not having any of it. Perry's on my left is about to find out what he wants to do. He takes the shot, hits the rim, comes down, goes to Tom Tobin. Hammer's there. She draws the foul though. Oh no, the foul is actually on Tom Tobin. So it is going to be a Titans ball. Perry to Seeley, back to Perry. There's 8 seconds on the shot clock. It's going over to Matt Seeley now. Seeley back to Perry. Perry takes the shot, hits the rim, comes down, goes to Reece Barker. Barker now bringing it up. He's gotten tailed by Hammer. Whoa, and she nearly takes him into the table as the ball gets turned over and goes back to Perry. Perry now to Saunders of the Titans variety. Saunders hits the rim, comes down, goes to Perry. Perry cleans up the mess.
Let's go home.
As McIntyre brings the ball up for Kings. 4 minutes and about 30 and change. Goes over to Tobin. Liam Barker. And I believe that's the foul. 4:31 left. It's probably the only time today that the clock on the screen has stayed with the clock on the game clock.
You had to get it right eventually, didn't you?
Yeah, it's taken me about 4 hours. Timeout called by the Titans. As my voice is beginning to go. At least I've got a month for it to recover. For all you Kings fans, these are the fixtures coming up. Plymouth Fusion 2 versus Kings 2. Plymouth doing some fantastic work down there in the southwest. It's going to be really interesting seeing their second team and our second team match up next weekend, November the 13th. Then the following week, Owls against Kings, November 20th, away from home for the Kings. It's going to be a great return match. And then another triple header, December 4th, Kings versus Otters. Kings second team against Swansea Storm. Kings third team against the Hampshire Harriers. Oh, I am titillated already. Can't wait for that one. Here we go. So I got a little bit of time and change as Titans timeout runs out. It's going to be Liam Barker up for free throws now. Nothing but net on the first. That's what we like to see. Nothing but net on the second. There's a sub coming on. Number 0, Manny Filson. Hopefully I pronounced his name right. Going off for probably my man of the match, Jack Perry. He's had a phenomenal game. Phenomenal player. Titans are very lucky to have him on the cult. And Beth Wheeler now. Saunders over to Seeley. Hammer's got the rebound. She'll do something with it. Hits the rebound. Goes back to Saunders. We've got a whistle blow. And it's a foul on Reece Barker, number 17. And for all that excitement, I've even forgot to update the clock. See, we ruined it.
It's completely gone to pieces now.
The wheel's turning, but the hamster is surely dead. 4 minutes 12 left. And Filson hits the rim on his first. But nails his second, and the lead now is 30. And there's another sub from the table. As the ball comes in. So down to about 4 minutes left in this game. Must be about damage control for the Kings now. They'll certainly go back. As Kings hit the 30-point mark, they'll certainly go back. As Tom Tobin, just to my right, takes it out. Filson.
Sorry.
Tell you what, we need cameras on the other side so they can catch some of these moments. We're missing them on this far side near the table. Anyway, Seeley with the ball over to Saunders of the Titans variety. 24-second violation. Oh. It's going to be a white ball in the corner. If you didn't hear Francis there was no foul there because it was already a 24-second clock violation. It's going to be an inbound ball and it's going to be Mr. Liam Barker into Mr. McIntyre as we continue this game. McIntyre now. Over to Atkin and there's a whistle blown. There's a push on number 54. That was unfortunate, but it's going to be Adele Atkin with a chance for free throws. I totally forgot to update the clock. First free throw hits the rim, comes down. Ball goes up, hits the rim, comes down. Oh, who's got the rebound? It's Tom Tobin. It's Tom Tobin with the rebound over to Reece Barker. And another little bit of a blow there from the ref. Holding again. It's going to be another 2 shots. We're in the final 3 minutes of this game. It's going to be Reece Barker with the free throw. And he gets it. It's a shame he can't do that in practice. Hits the rim, comes down, but it's Saunders of the Titans variety that picks the ball up. As we are going to cut the clock again. We're a few seconds off, but it's Seeley with the ball for the Titans. Ball goes out, goes over to Saunders. Saunders hits the rim, goes to June Aimer, who gets the 2. As I'm being told it's 32-61, not 33. Correct the clock. And it's McIntyre, big 3 from him. Charlie Brown from out of town! Filson responding, and we're down to the final 2 here. 35-63. McIntyre, oh, trying it again, hits the rebound, comes down to Saunders of the Titans variety. And it's Charlie McIntyre with a foul. And Charlie McIntyre is fouled out of the game. That is his 5th foul. So Todd Travis is going to be coming on, making his prem. At least he managed to get the 3 before he got fouled out. And nothing but net for Saunders there for the Titans variety. Hits the rim, goes down, a hammer, back to Saunders, and a bit of a miss shot there. Saunders is laughing about it. Okay, I'm going to reset the timer. I apologise. I am really out of date here. Ball goes up. Rebound is collected by Barker. Barker gets the 2. we've got about a minute 12 left. And oh, it's a foul. And oh my word. I keep hitting the wrong one. And it will be shots by Saunders. And it goes in. Congratulations to the young man. Second shot goes up. Rebound is collected by Reece Barker. Looking for options here. He's going to want to get it over the line, but makes a faff, and it goes to Alex Melton. And it's a travelling call. And you've got to believe he must feel... I apologise. And there are 53 seconds left on the clock. I apologise, the clock's been a little bit out of date here. But I am trying to call the action as well as dealing with the clock. Maybe I need a third hand. As Tom Dobin has the ball for the Kings. About 35 seconds left. There's only 4 on the shot clock though. We'll need to get the shot off. It does. Hits the rim, comes down. It's picked up by Saunders of the 10 items variety. Over to Seeley. Seeley gets the ball up. Seeley goes flying. It's a 2. No foul called there. As we're in the final 20 odd seconds of this game. And 3-shot throw, hits the backboard. And there we go. Full time. Congratulations to the Titans who pick up a nice win here. 67-37. Very strong Titan side, and we hope you enjoyed that as much as we did bringing it to you. We'll show the final stats shortly, but we'll currently just talk about the next fixtures. Plymouth Fusion 2 for the Kings second team. Owls away for the Kings before a triple header. Kings Otters, Kings 2 Storm, Kings 3 Harriers. And what we'll do here is we'll just get the live stats up here for you. In the meantime, what we'll do is we'll just show a very quick thank you message from one of our sponsors. He says, if you're not hanging around for the stats, thank you for joining. And I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did bringing it to you. I hope it was up to everybody's preferred standards.
More and more people are getting obese, and that number is only going one way. The number of people with various mental disorders is on the rise. I'm seeing more and more people walk through my door not looking forward to the next day in their lives. I want to buck the trend, and I truly, truly believe that therapy size could be the missing piece in your jigsaw of life. When you want to sort out your body, you go and see a PT or fitness professional. When you want to sort out your head, you might go and see a therapist or a psychologist. Well, I'm telling you now, you can do both at the same time and under one roof. And that roof is therapy size. There is no one size fits all when it comes to the most important project you're ever going to work on. That project is you. It deserves your full attention. Affirmations, meditation, mindfulness, cognitive priming, flexibility, strength training, boxing, conditioning. I'm pretty sure I have the right tools that are perfect for you. I've had clients lose the amount of weight that's in this dumbbell But the key is finding out what you actually want and then together devising a plan of action. All coaching is done here at the Hub or online at home. It really is up to you. You decide.
And finally, if you did hang on for the stats here, stats really speak for themselves. 44% from Titans, 29 on field goals for Kings. Top scorer, probably the man of the match, Jay Perry with 22. Saunders for Titans, 10. McIntyre, 13 for Kings. Barker, 12 for Kings. On behalf of everybody from the Thames Valley Kings, I would like to thank you for tuning in, and we'll speak to you very soon. The end of the game here, Kings 37, Titans 67. Have a good evening, everybody, and we'll see you at the next round.